I got the chance to play the new game Pokemon Champions before it released, and there's one small change that could end up changing competitive play forever. The single best move in all of competitive Pokemon has been nerfed, and in a really weird way. Anyone who's played a Pokemon game is familiar with the concept of power points, or PP for short. Every move in the game has a set amount of times that it can be used before the Pokemon is healed up. In game, this is at the Pokemon Center. In competitive play, this is just between games. Now, in competitive play, the power point mechanic doesn't normally have a super huge impact. The main time it feels relevant is when a move only has 8 power points. Since the longest battles only go to around 20 turns, it's not impossible to use a move 8 turns, though it isn't especially common either, with one notable exception. The move that is so powerful that it forms the basic foundation of our game is called Protect. It's a move that does no damage but shields your Pokemon for the turn. It doesn't sound very impactful, and it's certainly not very flashy, but being able to shield one of your Pokemon is really important, because in the official competitive format we play 2 against 2s. So protecting one of your Pokemon while its partner deals with a threat, very important, very useful. I think that if we did not have Protect, the game would not function, or at least it would not be very fun, which is why it is such a big deal that in Pokemon Champions, Protect has been nerfed by reducing its maximum power points from 16 down to 8. The interesting thing about this nerf is that it affects different playstyles differently. For very aggressive and offensive teams, this is pretty much no difference. These teams would rarely have battles even go to 8 turns in the first place, and the odds of you using Protect every single turn, very low, so it's not a huge deal. However, for more defensive teams, this actually could make a huge impact. This is also a hidden buff to Pokemon using moves like Sucker Punch and Thunderclap, which are powerful moves that only do damage if the opponent attacks. It's more common than you might think to have a Pokemon try to stall out an opponent's Sucker Punch or Thunderclap by using Protect, with the idea being that since they only have 8 uses and you, the Protect user, have 16, you force them to guess when you're going to attack correctly, or else you'll simply run them out of power points. Now though, since these moves have the same amount of power points, you can theoretically just attack every turn with no real downside. What do you think about this nerf? Do you think it's going to be a big deal? Do you think it won't have any impact at all? And if you want to hear what else I learned by playing Pokemon Champions early, I made a whole long form video about it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well, as I'm gonna have a ton of Pokemon Champions content featuring a bunch of the new Mega Evolutions as soon as the game comes out, which hopefully will be soon. Bye bye.